we are discussing about information technologies, and that with top 20 questions asked to developers in job interview. We are discussing about that top 20 questions. Jobs in software engineering are quite competitive. That means you will be leading, you will be dealing with more qualified candidates than ever before. But all these 20 questions, if you know, means you will not get it. But they will understand by your answering itself and your understanding level and practical experience also. But by these, if you are having a brushing out all these things, you will be successful in interview. So jobs in software engineering are quite competitive. That means you will be able, you will be dealing with more qualified candidates than ever before. The only way you can ace your interview and land the job is by preparing. In this practice, in this article, we will go over some of the top coding interview questions that will help you. Without further ado, let us get started. How can you make sure that your code is both safe? What are those points? We can discuss those important points only, 20 points. How questions, not points and questions. How can you make sure that your code is both safe and fast? Then you say your experience about how it will be safe. Generally, what I want to say is in safing code, code safing means you should give comments. Always for function one comment and one process one comment. Likewise, if you give comments, the if it that coding will goes to another person means they will understand he is doing in this way, in this way, in this way. So comments are most important in coding. If comments are there in your coding, you will understand yourself very well and you can do programming also very well. And in second question is in software development process, what is meaning for debugging? So generally debugging means debug. Any errors are there, we should debug the same. That is, but so many are there, you should explain according to your experience. And third point is what programming language do you prefer to write algorithms in? Generally, algorithms and all these means what programming language preferring is Python only, and more other also there, but is according to your experience and skill you can say. According to you, which SDLC model is the best? Software development life cycle, which model is waterfall model or agile model? All these models are there. You can say according to your experience and the um, doing projects, you can say. What is functional programming? Functional programming is for every function, it will retrieve some values and it will give some output. That is the functional programming. You can say according to your experience in C, C++, Java, etc. And how is merge sort algorithm implemented? Merging sort algorithm implemented. And how is then the next point is how is radix sort algorithm implemented? And fifth one is how do you swap two numbers without using the third variable? How do you design a vending machine? Write a programming type to find prime factors of an integer. What is the depth first search algorithm for a binary tree? Difference between a stable and unstable sorting algorithm. Explain the differences between third point is next point is explain the difference between a thread and a process. Thread is multi-threading. Threading will do always independent process, and process it will do step by step, but thread will do independent process and operation. That is the difference you should say according to your experience and project experience. What is the difference between an exe and DLL? Exe is executable and DLL is uh, dynamic library. So all these three differences what you experienced you say. And next one is what type of data is passed via HTTP headers. HTTP request to HTTP HTTP data. So many are there in HTTP request and response. Likewise, so many are there. You can explain all these things what you know. And what is the difference between stack and queue? Stack means heap. Last in first out and first in last out is one type of stack, and oldest and newest is another stack. Likewise, you explain about stacks and queues. Queues means QE, UE. That means queuing. Queuing you are doing by step process, algorithmic process or alphabetic process. You can explain and experiences about queuing also. Differences between tags and branches. What are the tags and branches? You can explain. You know, tags means it meta tags or SEO tags. All these things you should explain yourself according to the language they asked. HTML tags also is a tag. How is a bubble sort algorithm implemented? Bubble sort means bubbling. Bubble sort means multiple sorting. How it will be done and what is the need that bubble sorting? You should explain. How to print the first non-repeated character from a string. Non-repeated character from a string. How to print the first non-repeated character from a string. So substring will be there. Substring function will give one by one all the strings. That is he is asking. But then necessity of this non-repeated character from a string is especially for numbers to string. If your number from if you give 100 number means you should give the in language in longhand 100. If it is 1000 is there, you should give and 1000. That characteristic strings how you perform is they are asking. That is the point. And next point is difference between a stable and unstable sorting algorithm. Stable algorithm, unstable algorithm. Algorithm is for particular purpose of output. That is a stable algorithm. And unstable algorithm is only for temporary lists of the data. That is unstable sorting and algorithm. How it will be done? You say you can explain it. Actually, in sorting algorithms, index will not come, but sorting will give the um, um, physical movement of data from according to the algorithm. That is the difference. You should explain according to your experiences. Then you will be successful in these 20 questions. Then you will be success in the interview. Wishing you all the best. These are some questions only to you to have a give idea to give certain idea.